Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some uh, blasting through the Mount Targon. I'm going to be using Misfortune, like I said last time. I actually didn't get level 5 with her, so level 25 with her, so we won't be using all of the items we can use, but we'll be running these two. Spells and skills dealing 1 extra damage seems really good on MF uh, because it works on her skill when allies attack. I also have the Guardian's Orb. I don't think I have any other better rare item, so instead I run the Guardian's Orb, and I've been having a fair bit of success with the strategy that involves getting as many MFs in my deck as possible and then just summoning them a bunch of times or copying them, which causes um, our deck to just become full of cards that have epic items. Now here is a very good power to choose from. Some very good powers to choose from. Out of the gates gives me board presence right away. Summoning uh, the hired gun immediately. It's not that good, but once we get some more 2 drops, it can be better. The memory gain has some synergy with our misfortune because it allows us to play a little more fast and loose with our misfortune, because we'll be able to shuffle another copy of her into our deck or summon another copy of her if she is removed immediately. Uh, hmm. Let's go for the memory game, just because Out of the Gates doesn't really have that much synergy with Hired Gun. Now, uh, hopefully we get some cost reductions or some rally effects later on, because that's what this deck really likes. It's those kinds of effects. Cost reduction is nice because it allows us to dump our hand, and we don't really need card draw because our power already allows us to draw when we attack. Actually, let's skip bait him into playing Zoe, and now we can play the hired gun. There we go. Just play the bots to our advantage. But yeah, rally effects are also nice because attacking more often with misfortune on the board is always good, and drawing more cards with the power that we have, the nothing most wanted, that's the one that draws. Drawing with the most wanted is good. Now see, the Guardian's Orb is already having a great effect by giving a focusing crystal to MF. Now we can attack with everything. We'll play Misfortunes Make It Rain right here, which will guaranteedly clear his entire board. Allows us to keep the MF alive, buffs her up, and it shuffles an MF back into our deck. And because the Make It Rain has a X-Tech Fabricator, no MF has 2 extra attack, this deck just comes along very well. It's just very synergistic. Now, if MF gets killed, it doesn't matter because we'll probably draw another misfortune pretty soon, and when we do, she'll just get a bunch of items on our cards again. This is not that good. We'll take a fair bit of damage here. I could block with MF, but growing her right now seems better. We don't want to give him a free MF, we want to make him work for the kill. But the game's basically over. Just attacking with the misfortune and tossing a make it rain just guarantees the victory. I didn't check where on tier list MF misfortune was, but she is probably high up. The fact that you don't ever run out of cards and the aggressive nature of her decks seem like they would lend themselves into being very synergistic. These are some really bad cards. Do I really want to spend a second reroll? You know what? Sure, I'll do a second one. Petty Officer is not the best card in our deck, but it's better than nothing. Now, Rumble is an interesting choice. It does have the Farsight alteration, so it's basically free. We have Gwen, which does have some form of synergy with our deck because of the Hallowed effect proccing when attacking. And Zed, which does have some interesting items on his cards. The quick strike blade allows MF to level up really fast, which can be cool and interesting, but that does compete for a 3-drop spot with MF. I'll take Zed. Seems fun. We'll probably get rid of the Shadows thing as soon as possible. Both the shop and the healer are good options, so it's a choice of whether we want to deal with power overwhelming or unstable inventory. Cantrip power overwhelming seems very scary. I don't think we can deal with the Swain, so we'll have to face off against the Tamkench. Let's toss that back. Keep everything else. At worst, the monkey business will buff up the powder monkey. Let's wait. Now we have enough mana to play the misfortune and make it rain on the next turn, or now if we really need it. Really? I'm tempted to play the monkey business, but I'll keep it. I want to play the MF. You know what could be interesting is letting Misfortune die here and playing Misfortune off of the memory game. So that's what I'll do. Okay, because we got +1/+1 on Misfortune, he didn't attack with the box topaz. Fine then, I'll have to shuffle the Misfortune into our deck this way. Okay, he actually is able to understand what cards I have in hand. It's still fine. See, I told you it will be fine. Just casually get tough on Misfortune to avoid the kill from the uh, Octopus. Very good. Actually, we should have done something at the beginning of the run, which we didn't do, but we'll do now. Any... I'll take Syncopation, I guess. It's a free card because we draw it at the beginning of the run. So, Aurelion Soul with Unyielding Determination. Okay. Just wanted to make sure to see what kind of power he had. None of these cards are that good. Involuntary testing. I've never seen this one before. Oh, that doesn't seem that good. Not with our deck. Counterfeit production. Fleeting 0 cost. Counterfeit copies in hand. Our hand will be very cluttered if we do so, but it will allow us to just shuffle a bunch of Misfortunes into our deck. The correct option would be to just reroll this power and get a better one, but the funnier option is to take this and shuffle a bunch of Misfortunes into our deck. And we obviously take the funnier option. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's the power is strike, Nexus strike. So if we don't strike the Nexus, he'll never get a Blade's Edge in his hand, right? Okay. Let's shuffle a couple of Misfortunes into our deck, and then we'll go Jagged Butcher. Or I can go Monkey Business. Nah, Jagged Butcher it is. It contests the board a little bit. You can go Misfortune. Really? You stun the Misfortune when you already have a ephemeral unit? Actually, I can attack with both of these here. If he blocks with the stage hand gets killed, but it doesn't matter because the stage hand dies to the bullet time. or love tap. It's love tap, yeah, it's love tap. Bullet time is leveled up 1. Deal 1 to the enemy nexus. This deals another 1. When you play a spell, reduce my cost by 1. Okay. We can level up Misfortune next turn by going Shadow Fiend and Zed here. Let's pass. Let's see what he does first. That's what I wanted to see. Let's go for the Make It Rain to just spend that card we have. And we can go for the Z. It will give him a Blade's Edge, but a single one won't hurt. I might have been able to kill him with the Shadow Fiend and Z attack, but it doesn't really matter. We kill him right here anyway. I guess since we're basically shuffling a bunch of cards in our deck with counterfeit copies, the burning of cards doesn't matter, or it's not as concerning. But we probably still want to remove as many cards from our deck as possible to keep it consistent. I didn't even see what the reward was on that bucket, on that node over here. Mind Meld. Choose a card and cut all copies of it from your deck. Each choice will cost health. Oh, that's really good. Getting rid of the Petty Officer is great. And I don't think we want to get rid of any other cards. The Petty Officer had a bunch of copies, it was the weakest card in my deck, and it competed for the 3-drop slot with MF and Z. So getting rid of it is great. Now the choice between a healer and a shop. It's a common shop, so I'll go for the healer and cut the Slippery Wave Rider from our deck as well, because the 5/5 is just not good enough. Fiora with ramp, that's a very scary combination. This is a run killer right here. If we lose this run, it's going to be because of this guy. It definitely will be. We have nothing to deal with the Fiora, it's a run killer. We basically rely on cheap fodder units to keep control of the board. The Fiora will just kill all the cards we toss at her. He's gonna pass here and he is going to summon Fiora with 4 mana or with 3 mana, open to just do whatever he wants. Do I try to go for the Z level up here? Or do I try to go for the Misfortune? He has enough mana to go for a... what's that called? The Judgment or whatever. I'll go for the Z. It's some extra damage. He obviously plays Fiora. And we can no longer attack. I can't deal with that. It's a 12-12 that will just kill one of my units and get closer to leveling up. How do I pull this off? Let's wait on the attack, I guess. That's what I figured would happen. I can keep Zed alive with syncopation, but it probably doesn't matter. The correct choice is to create a board that is capable of killing him in one turn. That might be the correct choice. I can do nothing about that. He levels up and he doubles the stats of the Fiora. It doesn't have lethal, so I'll take the damage, we'll heal it all up in the future anyway, after this fight. What I want is to create a big board next turn. This helps with that. I have to try and salvage this as best as I can. If she doesn't have any more attack effects for the Fiora, we can win. I believe so. Confront. That's forever. Why? Why does he have all three of those in hand? We're over. It's over. If I attack for the rally here with the hired gun, it just blocks with the Fiora. So I have to attack like this. And if he blocks the misfortune and the hired gun, I'll lose anyway. So might as well. 6. And I lose. I was going to lose anyway. That's very unfortunate. This is just a run killer here. I can't deal with the Fiora. He will always have Fiora on turn 2. And I'll never be able to deal with her because she becomes a 12-12. And he will always have a way to challenge my units. And my units are all just small itsy bitsy things, so I'll never be able to deal any significant amount of damage before he just kills me. Do I go for the tempo hired gun? Might be good enough, so let's go for it. Okay, he wasted all his mana. That's nice. I don't think it's good enough, but... what do I do here? Hired gun. Living Shadow whatever he tries to pull. Living Shadow just gives him an FM, a copy to a Living Shadow to kill. Try to gamble on the misfortune items, maybe. Maybe that's the play. Get something good. He didn't kill the misfortune for some reason. He did set that thing to 8 though, so maybe there's a chance. If he doesn't have a rally effect, I might be able to pull misfortune and kill her with something. Kill her like this. If the Make It Rain lands on the Fiora, she dies because she takes 5 plus 2 plus 2, it's 9. So I'm betting it all on a gamble. Let's see if I'm lucky today. And I am. I did it. Turns out gambling pays off. And he has a second Fiora. Now what? Fired gun the Fiora. He then does what? Pulls something. He will very likely kill our entire board here. That just starts a free attack with Fiora. We don't have to block here, but we will take 12. Do we take the 12? Yes. But we do need to summon something that can block Fiora. Because if he pulls our blockers with the other 3, it just doesn't... it's not enough. He can just attack with Fiora. So, monkey business it is. Try to buff up everything as more as... Okay. I don't know why he decided to attack with only one of his units, but that's great for me. If he has a rally effect, I'm pretty screwed. So let's go like this. Yeah, it kills Fiora, so it will have to do. And does he have another Fiora? No, he doesn't. So let's play the Zed. Hold. There's a chance to win here. He doesn't block the Zed, so we level him up. And we win here. Misfortune will level up, so just attacking like these skills. We did it. We managed to grasp victory from the jaws of defeat. Okay, so hopefully we get some good items here. Some good items for Misfortune, hopefully. +2 attack when I'm summoned, draw 1. Or Brash. I'll take the attack. It's better than nothing. If we could get quick attack, it would be great as well. Yip's Genius. When you summon a 1-cost ally, give it +2/+2. Jagged Butcher, Shadow Fiend, and all of the Powder Monkeys have synergy with that. In my sights, give the weakest enemy vulnerable this round. I'll take the Yip's Genius, it grows our units a little bit. Fallen Feline, Healer, or a gold chest. We already have quite a lot of gold, so Caitlyn with level up, or Ash with unstable inventory. I'll take my chances against the Ash. Level up such a scary power. It normally isn't that good for you because it's just level 2 champions. Level 2 champions are just good stats for the cost units most of the time. But level 2 champions that double their stats on summon are very good. So that's why it's such a scary power for the opponent to have in this adventure. Fired gun. It's impressive that we didn't draw a Misfortune, but we might draw one here. No, we don't. Very interesting. So let's just run out the Z. No blocks? Why? If he doesn't block again, I'll just kill him maybe? Okay, no, he's using Caught in the Cold. So I'll have to attack with the Powder Monkey. It's better than nothing. There we go, that's a Misfortune. How many cards do I have in hand? I'll have 10. Let's pass. I'll add 2 to my hand right now, so we'll burn one. We burn the second copy of Misfortune. Whatever. We'll just shuffle Misfortune back into our deck again. This will freeze the Misfortune when she attacks. That's very good. That's a lucky item that he got there. Let's wait. He doesn't attack, really? I guess he's waiting for the level up. That's a lot of extra stats. I didn't even realize how big that dash was because of the power. But I think we win here. This is a lot of damage coming his way. Does this kill Ash? It's 2 plus 2, 4, 4, 8, 8 plus 2, 12, 10. It's not a kill, but it sets up a kill for next turn. Actually, we can just kill with the Shadow Fins. The Shadow Fins just force him to block every time, and every time he takes 2 damage. And now he's at 2, and we use the monkey business to summon an additional powder monkey, which kills him at the end of the turn. There we go. That was fairly simple. Definitely the correct choice facing off against the Ash. Now we can go for the... Oh! Make it rain draws a champion. If only there was a way we could give it cost reduction. Maybe later on, but for now, healer, cut a card. The Monster Harpoon has not showed up in our hand yet, but it's a very clunky card, one which I do not like, especially in this deck that's more aggressively oriented. So let's cut it. Now, Sejuani with level up or Ezreal with level up? Sejuani has bigger units, so I mean, if the foe has leveled, the champion create a fleeting two-shot barrage in hand. Two-shot barrage is indeed a very scary card, but two-shot barrage every turn or endure. I'll take my chances with the two-shot barrage every turn. Our deck is board based, but him removing our units might not matter because a lot of them are cheap tokens. Shadow Shift's not a good card, we'll probably get rid of it the next time we have a chance to do so. If we could get an extra mana, that would be great as well. Getting our champions online very early would be great. Sure, I'll just play the monkey business then. That's a waste of an item. Regeneration on the ephemeral units. Let's shuffle Misfortune back into our deck and summon her. 1, 3, 2, really? You know what, since Sycophant is 0 mana, might as well just trade him like this. 3 damage, 1 damage. Let's trade it like this, yeah. Him getting rid of 1 powder monkey It's not going to make or break the game. He is waiting to play the Ezreal, most likely. So let's attack here. That's a lot of damage. He's going to attack with Ezreal next turn. I have a bunch of misfortunes. Make it rain. This is 3 damage, 1 damage, 2 damage. Okay. I'll let this go through. Let's summon the Zed. We're probably going to overdraw something. Let's switch Zed with his Shadow to ensure that Zed survives. And now the Ezreal just dies to a Make It Rain. Let's block one of the 2 drops, and here as well. We're taking a fair bit of damage. It's weird. He hasn't summoned a single one of the champions he got from the power. Maybe he didn't draw any of them. This is just lethal anyway. I guess he didn't high roll. Either the champions he got were too expensive for him to summon, or he just didn't draw any of them. Either way, this is great for me. We did take a lot of damage because of the true shot barrages, but it should be manageable. We're still at a pretty healthy life total, so it depends a bit on who we face off. Karma won't be that scary. Play Capture an Ally. When you attack for the first time each round, summon an ephemeral copy of it. We could basically summon a copy of Misfortune every turn, which would be very interesting to do, but it takes such a huge amount of setup to pull off. It might not be worth it. And in that case, I guess it can also work on some of the other units. We could summon a hired gun every turn, perhaps a jagged butcher every turn, a monkey at worst. Let's take it. It sounds fun, so we'll take it. Do I want this Siren? I don't really want the Siren. Stabilize is great with our strategy because we shuffle an additional 3 powers into our deck, and none of the other choices matter, so we'll leave the shop. Katarina with Inspiring Presence or Jinx? I'll take my chances with Katarina. Also, I want to buy another power from the shop. Black Flame, Zed, and let's toss the Island Navigator, keep everything else. If we don't draw Misfortune here, okay, we drew Misfortune. Otherwise, I would think about just not doing anything. Let's bait him into playing the Katarina. Really? Let's bait him into playing Katarina. There we go. When a full plated champion grant their other units +2/+2. It's a grant, really? That's scary. Let's go ahead and trade everything. Hopefully he doesn't have another copy of Katarina in hand. He doesn't. That's great. I will play what here? A Jagged Butcher. Oh, that's scary. That's a bunch of damage coming my way. Let's go ahead and summon a hired gun. Yeah. He doesn't attack. Great. Perfect for me. We've been holding off on playing the Misfortune. I'll do that now. Shuffle a bunch of them into our deck. Play the Misfortune. And we just attack with everything like this. Actually, we can really attack with everything. We just pull the one guy that can block Misfortune over here. And let's burn him a lot. Let's end the turn. This is basically over right now, right? There's no way you can come back from this. Ooh, that's scary. Shadowfin will rally once he dies, so... Actually, let's go for it. Rally the Shadowfin. Rally on death. Actually, let's test something. If I capture a ally with a captured enemy inside, okay, the captured the enemy returns to the opponent's board. But now we'll be able to rally after attacking, which is pretty cool. Let's hold that back. It doesn't matter, but it's something pretty cool, I guess. We'll go into the Karma fight with 31 HP. That's more than enough to handle Karma, right? Karma's is a bit scary though, because she's just huge. When I'm summon Adnaris Aviarists. Throw me to my supported ally stats this round. What do I choose here? More misfortunes. We already have 3. We would go up to 5. Jailbreak summons a bunch of cheap tokens. You know what? Cheap tokens are probably good enough, so let's take that. None of these sound appealing to our deck, so Hold it. Stun the strongest enemy. That's perfect against the Karma and Aurelion Soul. So insta pick. Now we can cut the card from our deck. We will cut the Shadow Shift because it's by far one of the worst cards in our deck. All players start with 10 mana gems and power overwhelming. In addition to the regular power for this run. Let's see. Do I keep all of this? Sounds fun, but we want Misfortune. Temple of the Black Flame can be useful with Misfortune, that's why I'm keeping it. Otherwise, there we go. I'm instantly capturing the Misfortune we summon off of the stabilizing. Just so that we can summon a Misfortune on attack every turn. Or at least every time we attack. I didn't even shuffle the Misfortune. That's how excited I got. Sure, you know what? Let's shuffle Zeds into our deck. Oh, that's a huge amount of items getting shuffled into our deck every time we attack. Because the stabilizing also works with the Misfortune we summon off the Temple of Black Flame. That's so cool. Let's change the Misfortune with this Z specifically. Right? We want her to attack because she's huge. And now we attack with all of these. Give my supported ally my stats, my keywords. You know, sure. Let's give the Pounder Monkey elusive. When you attack for the first time. It's not every time. It might have been too broken then. Either way, it's still very fun to pull off. We can make it rain. Draw another champion, sure. Actually, it's already over. What am I talking about? We just dealt so much damage to him. We insta-killed him on one turn. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. We only summon Misfortune the first time we attack in a round. Focusing Crystal on Misfortune, sure. Now, power. Something good, another copy of Memory Game. Or Crush, giving all our units overwhelm. We don't need another Memory Game. Overwhelm in our units can be good, but I don't think it matters, so let's greed for another power. Spell Slinger, your spells cost one less. Syncopation, Monkey Business, Jailbreak. You know what? Sure. Cost reduction is always nice. And we have one last reroll for the Epic Shop. So hopefully we'll be able to get a really cool power there. This scene with Rump's very scary, but surely we'll pull it off, right? He summons Lee Sin right away. We will take 3 damage for free, basically. That's good. He's basically showing his hand. This passes priority over to him. But it's fine. Do I want to counterfeit copy something? No. Let's just monkey business set up for next turn. Extra mana gem. Completely pointless. But whatever. This Sin stunned. Let's go for the misfortune. And we shuffle a bunch of copies of her into the deck. We make it rain here. Sure, let's make it rain. And now we can attack with everything. Oh, it's over. That was fast. I'm thinking we can make it all the way. That fight with the PR was definitely the toughest so far, but I doubt we'll face off against anything that tough again. Maybe the last boss, but even then, it's a bit iffy. Warpath, probably the best option out of all of those. Any card here. No, none of these cards are good enough. Alternate power source. Extract observatory. No, it's not good enough. Come on, something better. An epic power that's better than this. Sharing is caring. It's okay. Can be useful. Spirit's Refuge. Do I want to take the Spirit's Refuge? It summons a random champion that's 4 cost. No. I mean, no. Let's skip. Azir. Azir is a bit scary. If he is able to establish a lot of board early. If he has a lot of his units. Let's try to drop one of the true drops in our deck. Try and contest the Azir. We didn't. That's bad. Ugh. Let's monkey business like raw right away, just to have some decent blockers. He doesn't attack, perfect for me. Let's go ahead and shuffle misfortunes into our deck and summon one. There we go. Just the usual game plan. Everything with rally, with scout and elusive. That's huge. Whatever. You can't block me. I can even monkey business. 50% chance to create a copy of me in hand that costs 0. Maybe we get lucky, we don't get lucky. This just deals a bunch of damage to him. Actually, we can kill him in one turn. Ooh, that was easy. We're getting some turn to kills. Now let's see. Hopefully our rewards for the last two bosses are good. Jagged Butcher with Farsight Alteration. It's better than the other options, so sure. And then Beyond, Mere Flesh and Power Overwhelming. Come on, let's see. Toss everything. Every single one of these. Or keep the rain, Make It Rain. Let's keep the Make It Rain. It's a one cost card. Oh, that's our synergy. Although it's a turn 5 combo, if we want to pull it off, we might just not want to pull it off. We probably just want something else. We bait him into playing something. Let's try and bait him into playing something. He didn't. Really? Okay then. Flash of Brilliance. Victor. Sure. Let's... Misfortune. Oh, we got the cost reduction. You know what? Sure. With the cost reduction online, might as well. And try to do the combo with the whole. Actually, we can just keep playing and drawing cards with Misfortunes, Make It Rain. We might be able to kill him just off of this. Let's keep making it rain. Oh, that's a dud. We don't want a Z. But I guess that's the only other Z in our deck, so now we just always draw Make It Rain. We can just kill him off of this. Because we always draw Make It Rain now. We have no other copies of Z in our deck. That's really funny. And that's a misfortune with a lot of items. See? The whole epic items in our deck plan is working out very well. Random epic items are always good, right? Now, hopefully, we are able to pull off something like this against Aurelion Soul. Warning shot on the bucklers. Sure, let's more copies of the Warfrat What's the worst that can happen? Now, what do we want here? We want him to not high roll us into oblivion. That's the first one. We want to toss this back. Do we keep the black flame? While it can be fun to keep the black flame, we want better cards in our hand. So let's toss it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Drawing the Jagged Butcher is basically one less draw in our hand. And we didn't draw the Misfortune either. Let's see if he plays something here. He does. Sure. Dragon Roost. Interesting. Very interesting. I have to remember that he will revive. Oh, that's a scary champion to get. But at the very least it's stunned. Oh, that's good. We can jump block that. Let's shuffle Misfortunes into our deck. If he doesn't attack really. That's a big horn. That's a big horn. Warfret. A Warfret that's very buffed up. And I'm suddenly refill your mana equal to my cost. He has 7 mana. He can't go for the Aurelion Soul yet. Young Plank. Do I attack here? Sure. Let's attack like this. I thought he had any burn spells. Spell Shield on Ornn. Interesting. Spell Shield on Gangplank. Interesting as well. Now, I want this to be the last card I play, I think, just so we can get more copies of it. Let's Misfortunes make it rain. Try and hit some good targets. Well, at the very least, we managed to remove a significant portion of his spell shields. Let's go for Warfrets. And remove some scary units that he has in his hand. And now we are able to Warfret whatever he summons here as well. He summons Aurelion Soul here, right? No, he uses the Sky's Descend. That's his whole turn, but it will summon a bunch of scary units to his board. Can I remove some power? At the very least, that's sort of clears the board a bit. Let's Warfrat. Warfrat clears the Ornn at the very least. No, actually it clears the Cyan. I take 24 damage here. Alright, Ornn has that thing. Is there any way to survive? Blocking Horn? Blocking Horn saves us. Now, let's Misfortune and hope for the best. Misfortune has Rally. That's something. Let's Warfrat one of his units. It doesn't matter to Warfrat something or not. So... oh, it doesn't matter to play something else after the Warfrat because we won't be able to get another Warfrat in hand. Jagged Butcher becomes a 6/6. Fired Gun on the Ornn. Sure. That's scary. Misfortune rallies when she dies? Yes, she does. That's interesting. This rocks the Tryndamere. I can go for the scout attack. He plays the Aurelion Soul most likely. He doesn't have rallies in his deck, right? Can he go for the Sky's Descent again? He doesn't have 11 mana again, so he can't. Let's cheat buffs up, but it's not good enough. This doesn't kill Ornn, right? It doesn't. So might as well kill the barrel. The problem is he will also get revived. Why Zed here? Zed here levels up Misfortune. He's leveling up Misfortune enough to win the game. I don't think so. But I can always try. We can Syncopation the Ephemeral Zed. No, let's let him kill the Zed that is regular, so we can summon Zed eventually. Oh, actually, this is perfect to do this. S. And it fizzles. And now we attack like this. This gives all the stats and cures this guy has to an ally. And +1/+1, so here and here. Misfortune. Misfortune does nothing. But we can go for Z again, which levels up Misfortune. This gives all of his units +1/+1. Let's shuffle something back into our deck. Can we survive the next turn? Probably not. All of his units have Overwhelm. And he has a leveled up Aurelion Soul. If he didn't get Volibear and got all his units with Overwhelm, there might have been a chance, but otherwise... yeah, and the Overwhelm just screws us here. Does this save us? I don't think there's a world where this saves us. But might as well try. This is targeting there, this is targeting here. That's here. It's basically free, so might as well. Now let's see if this saves us. That's unfortunate. If only we didn't die to the Fiora once, we might have been able to try again on this fight, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Still fine. It was still a pretty fun run. Goes to show how much of a challenge Aurelion Soul actually is. Hey, we did level up. So now we can have another item on Misfortune. I guess we know what we are doing tomorrow. Another Misfortune run, this time with all of the items. A common item to put on Misfortune. I don't think with my strategy we need the Bunch as well on her, but maybe it could be useful to force a few more removal spells to be cast on her. Quick attack's interesting as well. It allows her to attack a little better because now she trades into 5 health units. Let's do it like this. Okay. So tomorrow another Misfortune run it is then. Goodbye. See you then.